Okay, we're here in the Pi Live studio with James Rice from IBT College, and you are doing some very interesting work in Ethiopia at the moment. Do you want to give us a little bit more detail about what you're doing?
Yeah, thank you so much, Will, and thank you to the Pi Live for giving me this opportunity to speak about it. We're doing some humanitarian work in Ethiopia. In 2020 to 2022, there was a war. It was a civil war. It's called the Forgotten War, if you Google it, where up to 1 million people were killed, 600,000 civilians, 400,000 military and estimated were killed in the region. 88% of the schools have been destroyed or damaged. 15,000 teachers are missing. They need to rebuild their education system. And I'm here at the Pi Live in Europe to reach out to educational institutes to say, if you have any refurbished materials, any content that maybe you don't need, such as tables and chairs, whiteboards, blackboards, fax machines, computers, papers, pens, anything that you could be willing to donate and give. We're not a charity. We were just the first North American schools to enter in the region since the war happened, and we saw the desperate need. We saw teachers writing on windows. We saw students writing on concrete blocks, and they've asked us to reach out to the international education community for their support and their help to bring some of this donated material into the country to help them rebuild and restart. It was very tragic. It was a horrible situation, but it's something that we need to recognize as a global community as well. What happened in Tigray and in Ethiopia was a tragic situation. What's happening in Gaza, what's happening in the Ukraine. At some point, the war dogs are going to stop fighting, and we have to rebuild. And so we have to think about schools, and this is where our thinking can be helpful, is helping that education stream and repairing those schools, repairing that. So even beyond, if colleges or universities have thought about what happens in those regions when the wars end, when peace comes. And we're seeing that in Ethiopia, where the war ended, it's been a year, and they still need help. UN is helping with food and water and humanitarian issues, but the country wants to rebuild their education. They want to get their students back to school and trained and ready to work and build. And it'll happen in Ukraine, it'll happen in Gaza as well. So I think as an international education community, we need to think about that in its entirety.
Perfect. And what anyone in the sector who does want to actively maybe help and donate, what should they do now? I mean, should they be getting in touch with you? And yeah.
Right, yeah. So thank you for asking. And essentially, we're not a charity, we're not a charitable organization, we're just a school like all of the other schools that are here. But we will help with the logistical arrangements. If they have anything, they should contact me, James Rice. Connect with James on LinkedIn. It would be the easiest way, and let me know if you have anything available. I will connect you with the people in Ethiopia to get it shipped over there, and they can do it through a donation stream through the Ethiopian government. But again, we're not a charity in any way. We're just here to try to get things started. And if there are charitable organizations perhaps out there that would be willing to support us, please reach out as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. It's a very worthwhile cause by the sounds of it, so thank you.